With sorrow in our hearts, we are chatting here with two guys from Stratovarius, Jörg, the German steamroller, Michael, and Timo.
Thank you so much.
Timo, high and loud kotipelto.
All right,
Yeah.
fits me.
Okay, Jörg, today is the Tampere gig of Jörg farewell tour. Do you have any sentimental feelings?
Yes, sure. I have sentimental feelings. I'm here with the band since more than 15 years. I think sometimes I have been more in Finland in a year than I have been in my hometown. I have so much friends here. We went a really long way with the band. It was like a super journey, and it would be a shame if I would have stayed 15 years and I wouldn't be sad now.
Do you remember especially Tampere, or do you have any?
Actually, I remember Tampere very, very well, because the first time we played here in tulee. And I remember that coming here the first time, then I was also looking to this Pakawone, what was so much bigger. And I thought, oh, it would be a dream to play here at least one time in my life, yeah. And I can't remember who was actually playing here in the big venue at the same day when we played tulee, but we had more people in tulee than the other band had here in the big hall. What was also like a funny story that I can remember. And personally, I also enjoyed always coming here to Tampere because I think it's a very, very nice town. Not too big, very, very friendly and nice people. And I really enjoyed it always being here.
Almost 16 years, 9 albums, and about 1,000 gigs. What will you miss the most?
I think like the gigs and the friendship in the band. I will miss the most, but I definitely can do without the traveling. Yeah, this is something what really went on my tits, in the past years. And I think just playing the drums and being on stage with my friends, and playing these excellent songs, because I'm basically a fan of my own band. This is the good thing coming with it. I will miss the most.
And you already answered what will you miss the least. It was the traveling.
Yeah, I think there is so much things in the last years what came into my life. Let's say, for example, my family and my children. And I will tell you a story. Like, my daughter turned 10 years old this 1st of September this year, and it was the 1st September I was at home, and that was like her biggest wish, that Dad is at home one time on her birthday. Just that gives you an idea. Yeah.
About a year and a half ago, you were diagnosed with thyroid cancer. I understand that now the cancer is gone, but I guess you need still lifetime treatments for. Yeah, but we have to see. Many people are not exactly informed about this properly. This has nothing to do with lung cancer or ulcer cancer. This is really, really heavy. You have to do chemotherapy. I did this iodine therapy, what is a little bit different. So they found very nice ways in curing this thyroid thing, and I have to go to the doctor every, let's say, 3-4 times a year to check if it comes again, and I have to take my medicine every morning. So a little bit changed in my life, but I can drink, I can eat, I can run, I can do sports, everything is okay again. But many people don't know that. They think, oh, it's cancer. I didn't do a chemotherapy, I did this iodine therapy. What is completely different is taking a radioactive pill, and you are basically in one room for 1 week alone, because nobody can come near to you, because you are basically radioactive. Okay. But this is basically nothing what you can compare to, for example, lung cancer. Yeah. Okay. You have said that you are leaving the band because of personal reasons. Basically, health-wise, you could continue in the band. So, what is the real reason you are? Yeah,
nothing is really black and white. There is many reasons, and personal reason is I want to be more at home. I don't like the traveling. I think also. When I came here the first time, I knew that I want to stop this whole thing when I still can do it properly. Yeah, when there is still time that people remember me as some good guy, that still I can do it, and not that, for example, I have to stop. For example, I want to compare it a little bit to a career of an ice hockey player, or maybe in Germany a football player. Sometimes they miss a point where to stop. to be on that professional level. Stratovarius, for example, to play the drums in Stratovarius is not exactly the most simple job in the world.
Yeah, I think it's easier to play football than play drums in Stratovarius.
maybe, yeah, and to have the luxury of saying stop when I want, you know, I really highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate this.
You will continue working with Stratovarius in the background with your booking agency.
Exactly.
Twisted Talent concert. So, what are your expectations for that future collaboration? Yeah,
I want to say also one more sentence to that. You know, I mean, as you can see, that we are still like working together in the future. There's a lot of people and journalists assuming that we have big fights in the band, and Jörg doesn't like this, Jörg doesn't like this. This is absolutely complete nonsense. Out of the reason I'm already telling before, but I want to make it completely clear. My expectations is that I definitely will have also more time for other things, and also to put a little bit more concentration in this kind of thing, you know, and having a little bit more time to discuss with the guys, you know, what is better. The band is on the road since more than 15 years now. You know, what can be the expectations now? I think we have to think very carefully what the band will do, what kind of activities the band will do, and I think the first thing is now to find like a replacement for Jörg, actually.
And also, of course, probably now that he's still booking the shows, but he's not traveling with us, so maybe there will be one off show in somewhere in Argentina, next one in Tokyo, then back to New York, and you know.
Let them pay traveling.
Yeah. Enjoy your traveling, guys.
Okay, is there still a possibility to see you behind the drum set as a guest star or stand-in?
No, I mean, I will not end my career like full stop. Yeah, I'm playing drums since I'm 11 or 14 years old. I'm turning 50 in 2 years, so everybody can now count himself, you know, how long I'm doing the drums, and it will be like completely not possible to stop. I will have a little band on the side, you know, maybe I will do like some cover stuff. I'm not a big fan of this guest star appearance, because it says, you know, when the times are so good that he's still playing there, why didn't he leave the band? Yeah. You know, it should be also a stop, you know, and I was also playing in a band called Running Wild before I came to Stratovarius, and they had that. You know, whenever we came to a certain town, then there was an old drummer kicking in and he wanted to play one song. And I didn't like it much, because at the time they fired him because they didn't like him anymore and he couldn't play the stuff. And then they will tell the fans 3 years later how great the time was. There's something not right. Yeah. You catch my drift?
Yeah. So what is the best memory you have with playing with the Stratovarius?
Basically, it's a country, Finland, and the people, which I really appreciate, I really like. I'm honest enough to say that the first 1.5 years they were really hard for me to get like involved in Finnish mentality, you know, in the habits, you know, not talking so much, you know, but by now I love this country, I love the people, I love to come here, and also I love to travel in Finland because it's so different. This is definitely what is a big treasure in my life that came into my life, actually. Yeah.
What about you, Timo? What is the best parts in playing with Stratovarius, or in your case, singing with Stratovarius?
Well, there's so many good memories, and well, like Jörg said, we've been together like 15 or 16 years, so we've done great albums, been touring everywhere. I mean, without this band, of course, I would never probably been traveling so much, you know. Of course, I also hate, you know, sitting on the airplane, but then again, I've met so many cool people everywhere. So, but of course, music is the most important, the songs and, you know, the spirit and the playing live especially. I don't like singing in the studio that much, but singing live, that's the most interesting thing.
What is the hardest song to play?
For a long time in my life I was called as Mr. Double Bass Drum, and I think for a very long time it was very easy for me to play these fast songs. Yeah. But by time passing by, and then we had this huge gap by having all this turmoil with, what was the name again? And then coming back, I found out what I was doing in the first thing, playing this fast double bass Tampereen song so accurate, was kind of difficult. So it took me a while to actually achieve to get it back. By now I have it back, and I had to prove it to myself. When we did the comeback with Polaris, it started, I didn't play for 2 years, almost 2 years. And so basically like songs like Father Time, Speed of Light, you know, they're always like every year and every day a new challenge.
What about you, Timo? What is that? In singing wise, which is that word?
I can pick only one song, because probably for all the other musicians, but especially for a singer, it just, you know, it varies day to day. It's sometimes the voice is in a better shape, and then next day you are like, oh fuck, I can't. Sorry.
We'll bleep that out.
Oh no, my voice isn't in 100% shape today, but I think maybe some middle tempo songs which are like tenor register, but not the highest ones. The highest ones are easier to sing, but if I need to sing for a very long time, very high, like H or note C, very high, then it's a little bit harder. But it depends. I mean, you get to get prepared.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the easiest one?
Yeah, when you can do it, everything is easy. Now I can do it, you know, now it doesn't matter if we play Speed of Light or if we play Coming Home, yeah. The easiest song to play is maybe Paradise, for me.
Yeah, it's like
that is...
we call it the popera song of Stratovarius.
But it's also like...
with respect, of course.
With respect,
yeah. When you play on this level, then it becomes easy. But if you don't do it for 2 years and then even playing Paradise and to hold the time and the groove steady is also a challenge. Yeah, and the really big challenge is actually to make it sound easy. Then the songs comes across. When already like the fin, they're dragging, they're really like failing. Then the song doesn't come across. So you have to rise completely above it to make it sound cool.
Timo, describe Jörg as a person and as a drummer.
As a drummer, he's the hardest hitting dude on planet Earth. I never heard anybody hitting snare this loud as he does, and that's the honest truth. And as a person, he's if I needed to pick 3 guys that I trust in this world, he would be on top 3. He's very trustable, and if he says something, then it is exactly like that.
And I heard that you had some conflict in the very beginning when Jörg joined the band, but it was settled pretty fast also. So can you open it up? What was that all about?
Yeah, well, basically it's just that's the only thing, because if you think about it, that we've been like 16 years together. So of course, I mean, then you get some disagreement or something, but I would say that probably it was a culture shock for a guy from Pohjanmaa and then a dude coming from Germany, and then I was like, well, what does he mean? But then one night we just drank a couple of beers and then all was good. So
yeah, at the end it was more a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
That things I was saying he understood completely wrong in a completely different way than I meant them.
Yeah.
And then we sorted it out. It was like really not a big issue.
Luckily.
I mean, there is also like some certain tension in bands when people don't like each other and they have some certain fights, you know, and they're getting like the songs better and better, you know. Think about Deep Purple, with Richie Blackmore and Ian Gillan, you know. At the end it was a fruitful relationship for us, the fans.
Well, not necessarily inside the band. And also
even worse is Pink Floyd, I heard, you know, when the guys came like separately to the studio.
What about Axl Rose and Slash? And
I don't know.
Also inside the Rolling Stones.
I heard,
The guys were sometimes like they couldn't come to the stage even on the same time, and Keith was making even more than possible.
I like it.
Yeah. In this week's local tabloid Pirkanmaan Sanomat, you, Timo, said that you will play some songs tonight which you haven't played for a long time, or even not at all. So can you a little bit open the secrets, because as this interview comes just after the gig?
Well, basically it's because this is like Jörg's last tour, and we are like filming the DVD, and we thought that maybe we put together like a sort of special show. And then Jörg was hinting that it would be nice to play some cover songs, so we can actually play some cover songs. And normally we don't play any covers. So tonight there's gonna be 2 or 3 like songs that Jörg
really
like.
Feel about playing the cover songs?
I think it's like a special event. We don't want to try too hard, you know. We want to have fun. It's the last shows, you know, and it would be like after 15 years completely stupid now to pull on. Now we have to conquer the world kind of thing. We play a very long show, what Stratovarius normally doesn't do that long, and there is some surprises, but there is also like some treasures out of the back catalogue of Stratovarius, what we haven't played for a long time, what we will perform tonight.
Yeah, and it's also good if you make a cover song, but it still sounds like a Stratovarius version of cover song.
Yeah, we had to try a couple until we all felt like safe and nice with it, because just like to replace it or just like to replay it, this is never the style. This is a very rare occasions when Stratovarius did cover sound. They always sounded also like Stratovarius, I think.
Okay, last time when we were interviewing Timo, it was on the tour with Helloween, the Seven Sinners tour. So yeah. How did that tour go all together?
Well, the beginning was like not so good, especially when he was sick, and then also I was sick because I got like food poisoning. Well, there was Campylobacteria just before Christmas, so my Christmas was between the bed and the toilet, basically. So then I completely lost my voice, so it took a couple of months until I got it back. So the beginning was not so good, but then I think in Asia and especially in South America, things started to roll. So the tour was good. I think Helloween, their music, they fit together on the tour with us, and they're very nice guys, and it was a nice package.
Yeah, there's like two power metal gods, let's say like that.
Nice package, yeah. A lot of people, together. You know.
Okay, tonight's gig is going to be recorded, and there's going to be a DVD out sometime next year. Do you have something extra up your sleeve this on this gig?
There's gonna be some extra material. Right now, the production company are interviewing the other guys in the other room, and we don't know yet if we're gonna put something, you know, extra on the DVD. Maybe you have some ideas, but we haven't really decided, I guess. But
yeah, it's a little bit a hard thing also for us to talk about it, because we have a big tradition of recording shows, and then they never got released because the band has not been happy with it. So I want to be a little bit careful with this thing. We try very hard, and then we see. Once we have like a full show, I mean, there is tons of material Stratovarius is able to offer from all these past 15 years. We have to see how we actually are organizing this. If we just make it like from like the last phase with Matthias, or if we do it like something or documentation about the past 15 years. There's so many material, and one of the guys actually have to actually sit down and look through all this and have like a concept. We haven't had this yet, or we haven't not done it yet, so I cannot say much about it. The only thing is, when this thing comes out, I want that everybody is completely happy with it. Otherwise we should not release it.
Okay, let's talk a little about finding the new drummer when you go to the background. What kind of process is it to find a new drummer? I know you haven't done it in 15 years, but now...
Well, of course it's very, very, very difficult, because basically we can't replace him, you know, because he's unique, and his playing style and his character and charisma, that's of course erasable. But hopefully, we don't have anybody yet, but we haven't even really started, you know, testing anybody out, because we want to do this in peace and do the last gigs with Jörg, and then when everything's done, then we probably announce somebody. But probably, like Jörg said when we were asking his opinion, he said that maybe we shouldn't try to find like Jörg Michael number 2, because it doesn't work out. But maybe a little bit guy who's playing a little bit different, you know.
Are you going to take part in decision making?
Not at all, no. But like he said, I think it's also very important that there is a guy who has some character to offer, yeah, and that when you play the songs, that they sound still good, but even they are different. Yeah, I think this is like basically the secret to success. And I also say, hey, it's just a drummer. We survived completely different. You know, and as you could see, Stratovarius is bigger than any individual has ever played in this band. So we shouldn't hang it too high. They will find a guy. There's good drummers around, I know.
What are the requirements than just the skill of playing the drums?
Well, that's the most important thing, but there's another very important thing, that he has to be a nice guy. Because basically,
fit into the
he has to
yeah.
fit into the band. Because I mean, we don't need any huge rock star from the States or somewhere else, you know.
Yeah.
We just need a guy who can play and who's a nice dude. But that's of course difficult.
Yeah. Have you set the deadline in finding the new drummer?
No, but well, there's no deadline.
Actually, yes.
But well, basically, when he leaves the band, then of course, I hope that we have a guy, you know, because we're gonna start recording. That's the plan, to record new material next spring, and then he has already booked some festivals for us next summer. So I think we need a drummer.
Yeah. So, are you favoring friends and family? For example, Jens has a brother who is a drummer.
No favors.
No favors.
No
So
favors.
there is a really a chance for just somebody outsider to come.
Yeah, of course.
What about Alex Landeburg, who replaced you when you were fighting the cancer in the Seven Sinners tour?
Like I said, we haven't done any decisions yet, so let's see.
I think he played his part more than well, although he was not Jörg. But
yeah, he was different. He played well, yeah.
Yeah. So also you are playing tomorrow a live stream gig at Akun Tehdas.
Aye.
So it's quite nearby, so you don't have to travel there. But what do you expect of it? And is it hard to play because you don't have any live audience there?
Yeah, but we are used to also to play in the rehearsal room. So there's also no audience. There's some other people around and our crew, blah blah blah. So that is good enough. But for me personally, it's very very nice because we do this farewell tour here in Finland, and we are doing it not completely around the world, but everybody has now the chance to see at least like one show in the old lineup. So I think the idea is really good, and I'm really happy that we have the opportunity to do this.
Okay, I think these are all our questions for tonight or today, and thank you very much for the chat, and all the best for the future for you, Jörg.
Dankeschön, kiitos.
And thank you for all these years which you have collaborated in the band.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate that.